Hey there, class. Mr. Prosky here. I decided to record this lesson to help with the pre-algebra review. If you feel like you're comfortable with the pre-algebra review, you don't need to watch it, but I just wanted to make sure that I recorded it so that people have access to these, to these notes or whatever. I just made these notes by hand, so they're posted on Canvas for you. And you can follow along and just write them out as you go. They're not too much writing or anything, but otherwise you can just watch the video and see how you do and just try the problems on your own, okay? So the first thing on the pre-algebra review was adding integers, and for adding integers, if they have the same sign, you're going to add them up and keep the sign, okay? If they have different signs, you're going to subtract, and you're going to keep the sign of the bigger number. And the bigger number is in quotations because, between like 2 and -8, 2 is bigger because it's farther right on the number line, but 8 is the bigger number absolute value-wise. It's like the bigger quantity, like 2 versus 8, okay? So don't look at the signs when you're looking at like the bigger number for this, okay? So let's do a couple examples together here, and then we'll have some mixed practice at the bottom here, all right? So 3 plus 4, do we have same signs or different signs? 3 and 4 are both positive, same signs, so we're going to add them up and keep the sign. Well, 3 plus 4 is just 7, and both signs are positive, so we're going to keep the sign. It's just going to be 7 is going to be our answer. All right? -5 plus -7, are those same signs or different signs? Those are the same signs. This is -5 and -7, so we're going to add them up. Add up, what's 5 plus 7 going to be? 5 plus 7 is 12. And then what's the sign? We're going to keep the sign the same. Well, the signs are both negative, so we're going to keep it negative. Okay? All right, 6 plus -9. Same signs or different signs? Those are actually different signs. So what we're going to do instead of like adding, we're going to subtract 9 minus 6. What's 9 minus 6 going to be? That's going to be 3. And then which number is bigger, 6 or -9, or 6 or 9? Which one's bigger? The 9 is bigger, and the sign on the 9 is negative. So we're going to keep it. It's going to be a -3. It's going to be our final answer. Actually, keep in mind here, you guys can also, do a number line here. I'm going to draw it really briefly here. You can do a number line, put 0 here. And so if we're at 6, here's 6, and we're adding -9, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's going to be -3. If that helps you to visualize it, to do a number line, to see everything, feel free to do that, but hopefully you get to a point where you can just do this stuff in your head. All right, -2 plus 8, same signs or different signs? They are different signs, so we are going to subtract. So 8 minus 2, which equals what? It is 6. And then which number is bigger, 2 or 8? 8 is bigger. What's the sign on the 8? The 8 is a positive, so it's going to be +6. Okay? So that is how you add integers. And now the trick for subtracting integers, which is our next thing, it's actually, we're going to put over here change to addition is the way we deal with subtracting integers. So I don't know if you guys have heard of change the sign, add a line, or chop or chop slash. I'll show you both for this, okay? So chop would be something like 1 minus -2, and that's going to be 1 plus +2. Let me fix that actually. So 1 minus -2, you're going to do chop. You're going to change from subtraction to addition. It's the same thing as change the sign, add a line, but we're going to change it from subtraction to addition, and then change the negative to a positive. Okay, it's like we're adding the opposite. And then chop slash, if we have 4 minus 8, that's going to be, we have 4 minus 8, we're going to do chop slash. Okay? So you chop the subtraction symbols, and then you change the sign from, if it's positive, it becomes negative, and if it's negative, it becomes positive. All right, but if you're comfortable with change the sign, add a line, same thing over here. Change the sign, add a line. All right, so we have 1 minus 5. We're subtracting, we want to change it to addition, so we're going to change the sign from negative to positive, and we're going to add a line, or chop slash. Okay? So now we have 1 plus negative 5. And now we know how to do that. We are adding numbers with same signs or different signs. They are different signs, so we're going to add or subtract. We're going to subtract. So 5 minus 1 equals what? Equals 4. And then what is the sign? Which number is bigger, 1 or 5? 5 is bigger, and what's the sign on the 5? It is negative, so we're going to have negative 4. Okay? All right, 6 minus negative 7, we're subtracting. We want to change it to addition, so we're going to do chop, chop, or change the sign, add a line. So now we have 6 plus 7, or plus positive 7 if you want to keep it like that. What is 6 plus 7? Same signs or different signs? They are same signs, so we're going to add them up. What's 6 plus 7? It is 13, and then what are the signs? The signs are both positive, so it's going to stay positive. A couple more, and then you guys will try a few on your own. Negative 3 minus 7. We're subtracting. We want to change it to addition, so we're going to change the sign, add a line. We have negative 3 plus negative 7. And now we're adding numbers with same signs or different signs. Well, they have the same sign. They're both negative. Negative 3 plus negative 7. So what's 3 plus 7? That equals 10. And it's going to be positive or negative. The signs are both negative, so it's going to be negative. And then the last one, we have 10 minus negative 1. We change it to addition, so we're going to chop, chop, or change the sign, add a line. Now we have 10 plus 1, which equals, what's 10 plus 1? That's going to be 11. And both signs are positive, so it's going to stay positive. All right. Okay, there's your work. I'll leave the mixed practice here. You guys can try the mixed practice on your own to get some practice, see how you do. And then we'll go over these in a second. Pause the video. All right, welcome back. So we have 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4. We are subtracting a positive, so we're going to chop, slash, or change the sign, add a line. So we have 10 plus negative 4. So we're adding numbers with different signs, so we're going to add or subtract. We're going to subtract. What's 10 minus 4 going to be? That's going to be 6. Which number is bigger, 10 or 4? 10 is bigger, and the sign on the 10 is positive, so we're going to keep it positive. All right, 14 minus negative 2, we're subtracting. So we're going to do change the sign, add a line, 14 plus 2. And now we're adding numbers with same signs or different signs? Same signs, so we're going to add them up and keep the sign. 14 plus 2 is 16, and then both are positive, so we're going to keep it positive. All right, 7 plus negative 5. Same signs or different signs. We're adding together, so we don't need to change it or anything. We only do change a sign, add a line, or chop, chop, and chop, slash for subtraction. We don't do it for addition. Keep addition the way it is. Addition is nice, okay? So we're adding numbers with different signs. We're going to subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. Which number is bigger, 7 or 5? 7 is bigger, so it's going to be positive 2 because it's a positive 7. All right, negative 6 minus 2, we are subtracting, so we need to change it. So change the sign, add a line. Negative 6 plus negative 2. Now we're adding, same signs or different signs? Negative 6, negative 2 are same signs, they're both negative, so we're going to add them. 6 plus 2 is what? Equals 8. And we're going to keep the sign the same, which is going to be negative 8, because they're both negative. 6 minus 9, same signs or different signs? They are the same sign, or no, we're subtracting. We got to do change the sign, add a line. Change the sign, add a line. So now we have 6 plus negative 9. You don't need to put the parentheses, actually, if you don't want to. You can just do this. That's fine. That's not a problem. Okay, now we're adding with same signs or different signs? Different signs. So we're going to add or subtract. We're going to subtract. 9 minus 6. What's 9 minus 6? It's 3. Now, which number is bigger, 6 or 9? 9 is bigger, and that sign is negative, so it's going to be negative 3. All right, now do we have addition or subtraction here? We have addition, so we do not need to change it. Negative 8 plus negative 3. Same signs or different signs? They are same signs, so we are going to add them up. 8 plus 3, which equals 11. And then is it going to be negative or positive? It's going to be negative. All right, hopefully you did well on that. Sounds good. Changing decimals to percents. Changing decimals to percents. There's a trick. You move the decimal 2 to the left or to the right. Changing decimals to percents. You're going to move the decimal 2 to the percents to decimals, that is, sorry. Percents to decimals, we're going to move a 2 to the left. That's all we're going to do. We're going to move the decimal 2 to the left. But I'm confused. Where's the decimal for 17%? There is no decimal, so it's going to be at the end it's going to be at the end here. So we're going to move a 2 to the left. 1, 2. It's going to be 0.17. 118, again, the decimal is at the end. It's right here. We're going to move a 2 to the left. 1, 2. 1.18 is our new, that's the percent as a decimal. Try the next couple on your own. Pause the video if you'd like. All right, 8.4, the decimal's right here. 2 to the left. 1, 2. Well, that's kind of weird. What goes in this space right here? You're going to put a 0 there. That's right. So we're going to get 0.084 or just 0.0. If you're comfortable with that, that works too. All right, what about 0.09%? 2 to the left. 1, 2. Now it's going to be, this is a long one, it's going to be 0.0009. It's going to be our answer for this one. And 1700%, we're going to move 2 to the left. 1, 2. It's going to be 17. Okay? Now the opposite direction. Opposite direction, move the decimal 2 to the, if we move it 2 to the left, we're going to move from decimal to percent, we're going to move it 2 to the right. So 14 decimals here at the end. 1, 2. It's going to be 1400%. 2.15, 2 to the right. 1, 2. 215%. Try the next couple on your own. All right, 2 to the right, 1, 2, 85.4%. 0.68, 1, 2, 68%. 0.0075, 1, 2, 0.75%. Okay. Last thing we're going to do, changing fractions into decimals, just divide on your calculator or multiply to make the denominator equal to 0. Pull up my calculator here. That's a camera. All right, so we're going to do 7 divided by 8. That is 0.875. All I'm doing is dividing. And a shortcut, if you have something like 5 or 25 or 10 or 50 or 4, you can just multiply top and bottom to get to 100. So 5 times what is 100? It's going to be 20. Times 20, it's going to be 40 over 100. That's 4/10. So it's going to be 0.4. Because you can cancel one of these zeros. 4/10. Okay. 14 over 25. 25 times what is 100? Times 4. So we're going to get 56 out of 100, which equals 0.56, 56 hundredths. Okay, 7/10, that's an easy one. 7/10 is 0.7. 47 out of 50 times 2, it's going to be 94 hundredths, which is also 0.94. 94, because the 100 spot's right here, right? 10 spots right here. So 94 hundredths is going to be 0.94. 94 hundredths. And then 1/4, you should know that as a decimal. That's going to be 0.25. All right, thank you for watching. Hopefully this is helpful. We're not going to do formal notes for this. I didn't pass this out to you guys, but I want to make sure we went through some examples to make sure you feel comfortable with it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.